It's like nothing but a cash grab.
Yeah. This is all it is, actually.
Like, I don't know how much cash they're going to grab with it either.
Listen, bro. Like you said, just a random pop. Oh, yeah, Netflix. Yeah, right, Netflix.
Tinder. They mentioned Tinder.
They mentioned every app that you can think of. Why was Tinder mentioned in a Scooby-Doo movie?
Kids ain't going to get it. They might know what it is, but they ain't going to know really what it is.
Right.
And then adults are not going to find it funny.
Not at all.
So it's like your jokes are lost on both audiences. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Cinecism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're going to be doing a review on Like SCOOB! Zoinks!
The movie starts off with Shaggy meeting Scooby-Doo for the first time. It's kind of like a retelling or a modernized version of the classic Hanna-Barbera characters, Scooby-Doo, Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy. They also had a major cameo of, what's his name? Blue Falcon?
Blue Falcon, yeah.
He was an old frequent collaborator with the Scooby-Doo gang, I guess. It follows Scooby and Shaggy when they first meet, and then when they eventually meet Fred, Daphne, and Velma as well. It follows their very first case up until now. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what era this takes place in. It's got elements of like all the decades from the 60s to now. It's weird.
That man said all the decades. For real, I agree.
And the main villain of the movie is Dick Dastardly, who's another Hanna-Barbera character, most commonly a villain. He also was in the old Hanna-Barbera crossover show, Wacky Races. I don't know if y'all familiar. It might be.
It's
before our time.
Yeah,
right. My parents grew up watching this stuff. He's the main villain. He has a main objective of trying to bring his dog companion back because they were trying to revive some ancient entity or something.
I think they were trying to get some gold, like, because he ended up, it was all
trying
about
to get a treasure.
Basically.
That's what it was, yeah.
He was trying
hard to figure out what his primary objective is.
You know what I'm saying?
He was trying to do a lot.
He sent this dog on a dummy mission to go get a treasure from another dimension or something like that.
Yeah.
And then long story
and the dog
short,
ended up getting locked in there.
This whole movie, the mission is for him to go and try to retrieve his friend, and I'm sure try to retrieve the gold and the riches as well.
And Scooby's role in this is he is a descendant of some kind of ancient dog creature that has the ability to unlock this gateway. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, right?
So Scooby-Doo is voiced by Frank Welker, who is the iconic voice actor from, I guess, from the 60s on. Like, he's voiced Scooby-Doo for like a long time. He also used to voice Fred.
Which is actually really impressive because those are two distinctly separate voices.
His range is crazy. He also used to voice Megatron, the original Megatron from the 80s Transformer series. He does a voice of Scooby-Doo. Scooby is pretty much himself. You know, he's a cowardly dog, but funny, I guess.
I felt like they dialed back. They kind of presented it like, man, you know who this is. I felt like they dialed back a bit on the cowardly.
I feel like they dialed back on everybody.
They did. They did. I think that's fair.
And you got Fred, who's voiced by Zac Efron. He's a little more dumb than usual in this movie to me.
He's kind of a moron here.
Yeah. He was technically the leader of the pack in this movie, but he wasn't the leader that we come to know over the years.
I think that's fair.
He usually is. He was kind of just, I don't know.
Yeah, he was a little ditzy. I think they kind of made him try to be the good-looking dull dude.
Then you got Daphne, who's voiced by
Amanda Seyfried.
She's kind of like, I don't know. She's there.
She's
like
just
the damsel in distress at times.
Yeah.
Which she typically is.
Velma, voiced by Gina Rodriguez.
Voiced Velma. And she's probably the most like herself than anybody.
I was about to say that.
Smart, paying attention to detail, detective type, just naturally a gifted character. Probably contributes the most, usually.
Yeah.
To like solving the mysteries.
Exactly. She was exactly that, actually. She was the piece that kept the plot moving. Yeah. And then you got Shaggy, played by Will Forte.
I mean, he was himself.
Yeah.
The thing about these characters, they just like a plainness to them.
Yeah, I agree. And even in the live action version, I felt like they brought more life to the characters. They were kind of just...
They were just there.
They were. I agree.
Like, I didn't care about anybody.
No. And the thing about it is that in this movie, typically is the whole gang is there, but they do one of those, the team had a falling out type storylines. The movie really focuses on Shaggy and Scooby. You don't see a lot of Daphne, Fred, and Velma in this.
Then the additional protagonists are Blue Falcon and his companion. I forget her name, but she's voiced by Kiersey Clemens. This version of Blue Falcon, voiced by Mark Wahlberg. He's like He's the son of the original Blue Falcon.
Yeah.
He's kind of an idiot too.
Oh, he's a moron.
Yeah.
And he's a coward.
Yeah, it's really not much else. So obviously him and Shaggy and Scooby, they get along.
They relate.
And his dog is pretty much the one in charge. Ken Jeong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is hilarious.
Yeah.
But he's pretty stern and straightforward in this movie.
Yeah, he the clutch character in this whole movie.
Yeah.
He was saving the day single-handedly.
Then Dick Dastardly, who's the primary antagonist, who is voiced by Jason Isaacs. And he is the run-of-the-mill, mustache-twirling villain. Just evil for the sake of being evil.
Exactly.
But it's like they tried to give him some kind of compassion with his relationship with the dog. But it was like, bro, you tried to kill kids. Right. So it's like, how do you relate to him? He tried to murder teenagers on multiple occasions.
On several occasions.
He's violent. He's unnecessarily violent to his robot companions. He ripped the head off of one and replaced it with a vacuum. So, pros, I'm going to let you go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Pros for me, man, I thought the animation looked amazing. And it worked very well with these traditional characters. It ain't groundbreaking.
It was smooth.
Yeah. I enjoyed the throwbacks to the original Hanna-Barbera. They even did the original theme song, which I thought was cool.
Some cool little cameos in there for those who are familiar. I don't think any kids are going to know who some of these characters are.
They're not going to know anything about none of this.
Aside from what you said, the animation, I mean, it was smooth. It was whatever. I like Blue Falcon's ship. I thought it looked dope.
That shit was hard. That was hard. Yeah, that was.
I like the design for his ship.
That was a standout.
But other than that, man, I ain't hitting on too much more. Let's get to the cons.
Yeah, right.
One major con for me was the time period that this was supposed to take place. I felt like it was just all over the place. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was like, what decade is this?
Yeah. These characters look very 70s. I think the only person that could pass for modern would be Fred.
I was about to say, Fred had like the little jacket on.
That looked like some shit somebody could wear today.
They updated his outfit, but Shaggy was still wearing bell bottoms and a V-neck.
That's what I'm saying. Velma and Daphne look straight out the 60s and 70s. If you're gonna update, and that's a subtle change, you could use the same color schemes and just update it to an outfit that would be more modern. Exactly. They would have iPhones, but then you see them, they're wearing clothes from the 70s. Then you would see like quantum realm ships and shit like that.
Yeah, and then Velma was working on some old communication technology that just looked decades old.
Right.
At the beginning of the movie, somebody walking around with a boombox.
Yeah. Shaggy pulls out an iPhone or a smartphone and he put in like earbuds or something. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on here? That was when they were children. He had a smartphone when they were children. So then the movie progresses to them being adults. I'm like, so what year is it now?
Another issue I had was, man, God, the cringy pop culture references, man. I'm so tired of companies doing this in these kids' movies. It's just like, it literally adds no value to the movie. No. It's just, you just saying it because it exists. Exactly. Oh, hey, this pop culture reference exists.
Right.
So let's put it in there.
Right.
Also, the song choices.
Let's talk about it.
What was that about? It didn't fit at all in the movie.
Listen, man. First of all, Tupac, California.
The first song we hear.
Bruh. That song don't belong.
And they played it for 5 seconds.
And I get that they started the movie in California, but
who is this for?
Yeah, right.
It ain't for the kids. That song came out like 95. Right. This is another example of just referencing shit for the sake of reference.
For the sake
of it. Like, oh, hey, I know that song. Could have just as well played like a Katy Perry California song.
That's all you had to do. That would have been a much better choice for this.
Yeah, like that's a very poppy. Yeah, this movie should have featured like nothing but pop music.
The audience that this movie is geared for don't know any of those artists. They don't know Outkast, they probably don't know T-Pain, and they probably don't know Tupac.
That just reminded me of something, man. Whose idea was it to put Simon Cowell?
Oh my God. Kids looking at this like, who is that?
They not like a band.
Right.
I could see him being a Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, that would make way more sense. Yeah.
Like, why would he be in the Scooby-Doo?
Right. It don't make no sense.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I've never been more uninterested in a movie before. Same. You know, it's like a movie is whatever when you just like waiting for it to be over. Yeah. Anyway, man, let's go ahead and rate this shit.
Okay.
So overall, I think I'm going to give SCOOB it's a 4 out of 10 for me, man.
That's fair.
I did not enjoy this movie.
It's not good.
I did not care about any of the characters. I didn't like any of the jokes. Anytime I'm waiting for a movie to be over, that's a sign that it's just not that great.
I really was looking at the time. I really was. What I will say before I rate it is this. Sometimes you run across, you get lucky, and Pixar and DreamWorks is good at this, where they make kids movies, but it's more so
it's like family movies
that everybody can enjoy.
This is a straight kid.
This is for children. remember, this is geared towards a much younger audience. This is more like Trolls, Minions, something like that. This ain't like How to Train a Dragon or Onward or any Pixar movie you've seen. Even in saying that, I still feel like they're robbing the kid audiences because
I don't know any of my nieces and nephews that would enjoy this.
That's what I'm saying. We talk time and time again about how we feel like children are smarter than we give them credit for. You can create movies like Lion King and Aladdin that have emotional elements and kids will relate to it and resonate with it on a different level. It ain't gotta be just all this goofy childish shit, which is cool if you're gonna do that, but even that can be done with quality, and I just felt like this movie wasn't done in that way.
Even when they had like the heartfelt moments, I didn't feel anything because I didn't care about the characters.
Yeah.
But whatever, man.
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Well, overall, I'm gonna give SCOOB a 4 as well. I'm not the audience for this movie, but I kind of am giving it a 4 because I don't know who the audience is, man.
Exactly.
Like in a lot of cases, right? In a lot of cases, I would say, "Oh, this is more for children," so I wouldn't be as harsh on it. But I felt like they threw stuff in there that allowed me to rate it on. I mean, anytime you throw Outkast in there, I feel like I could rate this like a normal movie.
I was mad when I heard Outkast Bombs Over Baghdad.
Listen, man,
in this movie, I think hearing that song was the most disappointing. When I heard that song come on in this movie, I was like, who greenlit this? All right, thank y'all for tuning in to our review of SCOOB. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I don't recommend this movie.
If you got young kids, they might enjoy like young. You know what I'm saying? Anybody 5, 6 and up, I would say probably lead them out of this. But if you got toddlers, the pretty colors and the sounds.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It wasn't horrible, but if you're looking for a family movie that's enjoyable for both children and adults, you can miss this one.
This is not it.
Watch Onward.
Yes.
It's a far better movie.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're open to any suggestions y'all have for reviews of any movies or trailers or shows that y'all might find interesting.
And if y'all have seen SCOOB, in the off chance that you saw this movie, what did you think of it? Did you enjoy the
very
animation?
Curious to hear your opinions.
Do you think that it was catered towards both children and adults? I too am curious if you've seen it. And what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. We'd appreciate it.
Bye.
Peace, y'all.